Hello and welcome to a tutorial type video with me, and I'm going to show you how to take and get audio like this from what you're not hearing obviously in the background. Now for reference, I'm going to use my camera's audio here, and I'm sure you can notice quite substantially that there is a loud fan blowing right behind me, and I wish I could move out of the way just enough. You can see the fan down there. So the fan is blowing. We'll go back to this audio now. And again, you're not hearing that noise. And what it is that is from Reaper. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the website, which will be linked in the description below, and you come to this page, and it will ask you to download one of two plugins. Now, either you're downloading the ones for the 32-bit version of Windows or for 64 if you're running OBS. Now, most systems are all 64-bit now, but if for some reason you're running 32-bit, they have you covered. Now, what this is going to allow you to do is one of two things. It's going to give you a whole lot of plugins that you can use for streaming, for improving audio quality on a microphone such as this. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is an $18 XLR microphone. It's going into a $32 interface with a $5 cord. It's not an expensive system. It's like $50 altogether. And you figure the boom arm and the shock mount. Usually you can find the boom arm with the cord, so it might actually be even cheaper. It might only be like $40 in US currency. Your pricing and wherever you are, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I'm not sure. However, you're going to get a lot of noise in the microphone, obviously. And in order to supplement that, you're going to want some type of resource to cancel out a lot of noise. Now, you could go and mess with the gain floor, but you get that weird noise in the bottom end that sounds like you're talking through a can. And what Reaper will do is it will automatically create a background filter for you. Now, inside OBS, and I'm going to get launch anyways, when I open up OBS, I'm greeted with this, and you can see my microphone here. Now what I want to do is I want to come down to here and get filters, and I'm going to want to add in the only plugin there, which would be the VST2X plugin. And from here we're going to want to open up the interface on the free standalone, which is that one right there. And when you open that, you are greeted with this. Now, as you can see, every time I'm talking, you see this yellow and gray line bouncing around. You will also notice that there's a red line with what seems to be with no variance at all in it. And what that red line is that's the background hum of that fan. What I do is I set this into subtract mode, and I hit automatically build noise profile. And what you want to do with this is when you click that check, remain absolutely quiet for at least 5 to 10 seconds. That'll bring up your noise floor to where it's not really cutting it out, it's just kind of blanking that noise out. Now obviously your microphone's going to differ. You can see on here I think peaking at around negative 65-ish. Negative 71, somewhere around there. So what I have to do is I talk a little louder, and obviously that picks it up. We can go ahead and close all that and exit this one and bring up that again. So like I said, basically, we'll go ahead and just close all that windows down. Now, obviously, every microphone is going to be slightly different. This does not work if you're not running OBS, because it's an OBS plugin. So there is that. The other thing is, I don't have a USB, well, I do have a USB microphone, but it's packed away. I can't really get to it right now. But try it. You know, you've seen on there, I have one plugin. I have one. And that's doing everything for me. Obviously, when I go to edit, I add in a little filter for my own personal preference and how I sound. If I didn't, my voice would sound a little more raspy. And that's because I've damaged a little bit in vocals, and you probably heard it when I was talking on there. My voice does rasp a little bit. I add a little bit of a filter in that editing. It gets rid of a little bit of that rasp. I do have some, but it's not as noticeable, I don't believe. But give it a shot if you're running OBS. I've basically gotten rid of, I mean, I have it on my computer. I've gotten rid of Audacity altogether. I don't even use that anymore, because when I would run it, I would notice that there was more of a hollowness to the sound. It wasn't as clean. I mean, I already told you, $18 and $32. That's my entire microphone setup. There's nothing special on there. It's a NW800 and a Behringer UN2. That's my entire setup. You can look it all up online, see what I probably paid for it. I mean, I know I paid $18 for the mic and $32 for that interface. And like I said, $5 for cord, because I forgot that when I ordered my boom arm, I should have gotten the arm with the cord already attached. That was on me. But hopefully you found the video helpful. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Ask me questions. I'll try to answer the best I can, but I don't know every situation for every microphone. Obviously, because this is a select microphone here, I'm not going to know if it's going to work for a Logitech type microphone like what I used to use. I now wish I had known about this a long time ago, because it's so helpful. I mean, I automatically build my noise floor before I record. I just go in there, go into filters, I click that for 5 seconds. Once it's done, I click it off, I close the interface off, I close the filters window, I go into the game, I start recording. Just like for this video, I did the same thing. I went in there, clicked that little check, record, or sat for 5 seconds. After that, I set the camera up, pulled the microphone, I had the microphone here, went back to OBS, click, and I'm off to the races again. So, if you found it helpful, leave me a thumbs up. Like I said before, questions, comments below in the comments. And until next time, guys, have fun.